there's a lot going on. So I felt it was important to come back in and check in with everyone, see what you're up to, see what you're experiencing, and also to share what I'm receiving from the guides and what I'm feeling with the energies. So we've got the eclipse, not the eclipse, we're in between two eclipses, but we've got the equinox tomorrow. And that point of balance between our light and dark is coming in. But we're having to reflect a lot at this equinox and this March. We are doing a lot of reflecting. So I hope you're taking time out to rest and recalibrate and tune into what you need at this time. And as you step through this portal and into the new vibrations, there's a lot coming up for us to look at. Our personal identities are coming up. We are dissolving our personal identities. We're asking deeper questions of ourselves about our desires and our needs. And I'm going to but talk about that a lot, because that is coming up for this time. We are moving towards our true selves and our liberation, and anywhere where we are out of alignment with our authentic selves is going to come up. So truths that we've denied ourselves in the past, that we've kind of pushed under the carpet or under the rug and not looked at or felt uncomfortable to look at, uncomfortable truths are coming up to the surface at this time, because you are in this eclipse window and there's new energy coming in, and it will not allow you to be out of alignment with your truth and where your soul wants to go. So at this time, we are being asked these deeper questions, and we are having to look at our primal needs again, and where in relationships and in the past were our primal needs not met, our needs and desires were not met. And if they're not being met in your relationships right now, you are being called to look at that, because are you honoring your truth? Are you respecting yourself? Are you seeing your truth? Are you just avoiding your truth? Do you not believe that your deepest desires can be fulfilled through this time? And this is about worthiness and the patterns that you've played in your life and with your families and the dynamics and culture and religion and society, all of that. Do you fear society's judgment of you stepping into your true self, and all the commitments that you have around you and the sense of duty that you have to others, where you cannot meet these needs of yourself, and so you keep them pushed down and unexpressed, and you become more and more disconnected from yourself and disconnected from your primal needs and desires, and so you're not in alignment with your happiness and your joy. So that is coming up for us, and we must look at this, because where we're moving to is this place going towards source, going towards oneness. So if we're out of alignment with our truth, we're not in oneness. We are in separation from ourselves. We are in separation from our truth. We are in separation from our needs. We are in separation from our true identity and our authentic expression. And Source Creator is asking us to come back into alignment here. It's like you've got to come totally into alignment here with your truth, because now we're heading towards oneness. We're heading towards one consciousness. And so we must face those parts of us that are out of alignment and not honoring our truth. And maybe you're in relationships that have not honored that part of you, and so you've looked outside for them. But Spirit is saying to you, you can have what you desire, what you dream of. You can have that if you believe you can have that. And it may mean making some difficult choices at this time. There's a lot of energy in my throat, so there's a need for expression of truth. A lot of energy in the throat. So, maybe you need to have difficult conversations with people around you about your truth and where your needs are not being met. Because if you're settling, Spirit is saying, why are you settling when you can have everything that you desire? And in this chapter you can, and that's the beauty of the energies that are coming in, that you can have your deepest needs met by another, but you have to firstly see them, respect them, honor them, embrace them, love yourself enough to know that you can have them, and then make choices to align with them, no matter how unsettling it feels for those around you, to give yourself permission to go after your dreams, your desires, and know in the deepest place that you can have everything you desire. And that is what we want to focus on through this time. You can have everything you need that you desire. And sometimes, we create really busy lives, or we make our lives so full that we avoid the deepest places within us. We avoid our shadow of what we actually need, and everything we're doing is not even aligned with what we actually need. So we're being called to look at what you actually need. And maybe you're just a responsible person, you have all these responsibilities and you have all these commitments, and it would be really irresponsible of you to go and listen to your soul and go in the direction of your soul, because you have all these other people, work commitments that you have to look out for, look after, work colleagues or staff or whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with. Spirit is saying to you, no, now is the time to get behind that. Get behind it. Get behind the intention of everything you do. Get to the core, to the point of creation. Go back and look at everything, and then realign with the direction you want to go in. So it's like the rubber band being pulled back, and you're having to reflect and gather and reflect and look at everything about what do I desire, which direction do I want to go in, because this elastic band, when it releases, it's going to go in a certain direction, and you're kind of doing that in this eclipse doorway and the eclipse window. And at the equinox tomorrow, we will have this point of balance where we will have the 0 point, and we can look at everything again and find the balance between our light and dark. Find the balance between our light and dark. Because Venus is in retrograde, she's making us really look at love, money, relationships, self-identity, self-acceptance, learning to accept all parts of ourselves, not denying ourselves what we desire. And if we deny ourselves what we desire, we are not fully loving ourselves, and we are abandoning ourselves. So this is the abandonment wound coming out to be healed. Our inner child wounds coming out to be healed. Maybe when you were a child, you didn't feel that your needs were met by your parents or another. But now Spirit is saying, heal that wound, heal the abandonment wound, and no longer abandon yourself. Give yourself what you needed as a child. Give yourself that, and allow yourself to have that wish and those needs fulfilled through this phase. So as we come into wholeness and do our inner healing work and bring our own masculine and feminine into balance, we can start to then allow those energies to come in and meet us at that level, at the next level. And this is the next level that we're stepping into. So balance is really important. No more self-denial, no self-sabotage. The resistance is coming up really strongly at this time. And resistance does come up when we're looking at deeper truths. So our resistance does come up because our ego is trying to protect us. It's saying, no, you don't want to go there. It's not safe to go into that vibration. Maybe deep inside you're feeling like you just need to let loose, and you need to leave, or you need to travel, or you need to just be free, and take off, and just, the word I'm hearing, run away. Run away from your reality. But you're not here to run away from your reality. You're here to face your reality, make the changes that you need to make, have the conversations that you need to have, no matter how uncomfortable they are, and honor yourself and your truth, and step into your alignment of what you need. That just feels like such an important message at this time, that we are giving and need to give at this time, because it's coming up for the collective. It's coming up for the collective. What are your primal needs, dear ones? What are your primal needs? What do you desire in this life? Where are your needs not being met in love, in relationships, in success, and your work obligations, and where you want to take your life, your desires, your dreams, your passion, your joy, your happiness, your peace. You're being called to look at everything at this time. And if you are in chaotic environments, ask yourselves why you are tolerating chaotic environments. How can you create more peace? How can you surrender deeper into your heart and into your being, and allow your truth to surface so that you can see it? And only when you can see it, you can make changes towards it. Only when you can see it, you can honor it, you can accept it. Only when you make peace and you are still and quiet and make space can you look at situations in your lives and the dynamics that are playing out in your life, to make adjustments so that they're more balanced and more harmonious for you. And if there are conversations that you need to have at this time, it will become very uncomfortable for you, because that truth cannot stay within you. It's coming, it's bubbling up to the surface, to your throat chakra, where it is wanting expression. You cannot swallow it anymore, you cannot push it down, you cannot comfort it, just suppress those emotions. You cannot busy yourselves and get so pulled away from the outside world and into the outside world, but you really have to face what's coming up for you at this time. So dive deep, because this is the doorway to your liberation and your next chapter of more alignment in love, more alignment in partnerships, in unions, in connections, in liberation of your soul, in expression of your heart, in freedom of your voice, in freedom of your choices, in freedom, in love, in passion, in fulfillment, in joy, in happiness, in balance, in peace. These questions need to be addressed. The dynamics need to be looked at, to be understood by you and others, so that you can all grow through the process, release the karmic attachments, learn the karmic lessons, and move towards your soul's path and soul alignment and your destiny as a whole being, sovereign being, living in their alignment, in their truth, in their liberation and expression of love and freedom, joy, creation, abundance and flow. And so this is why this is coming up at this time. It's coming up at this time for us to look at, and we must look at this area and these areas that are coming up for us. So I highly recommend sitting through the equinox with yourselves to see what is out of balance in your life, be it love, relationships, health, work, success, dreams, desires, your purpose. If you need more freedom, giving yourself permission to travel, to look at your timetables if you're so busy and you're not getting the space you need to create gaps for yourself, to do what you love, to go and do your health routines and work out or go for walks. You've got to look at everything now to bring back more structure, but structure with flow. That's important. You need structure, but you also need flow and freedom within structure. So see what's coming up for you at this time, but this is the big one that's coming up at the moment for the equinox, and also for the end of this month. As you walk through the solar eclipse, you would have done a lot of growth, a lot of understanding of yourself, a lot of self-reflection, and these areas are coming up to be looked at. Identities are dissolving. We're having to accept ourselves, our soul self, and the identity of our soul deeper. We're having to surrender deeper into our heart to honor our truth. And then once we've honored our truth, then we have to think about making choices. So there will be a death and a rebirth. There is a death and a rebirth happening at this time. The old you is dissolving. It's dissolving because we're moving, we're evolving. We're moving to higher frequencies of love, sovereignty, connection, community, truth, transparency, expression, and also just that vibrational matches. Like we're moving to a place where we are vibrationally matched. So if we're doing all this inner work, then we can't stay in relationships that are not doing the work, or they're pulling us down. When we are rising, they're still pulling us down. I always say like a butterfly, and it's got all these weights hanging off it, and the weights are just keeping that butterfly from flying free. And the butterfly wants to fly free. That's it's transformed. It's now become a butterfly, and so the butterfly must fly free to new adventures and new experiences. But if it has all these weights pulling it down, then you have to cut the cords and release the weights and let go and move on to your next vibration and your next experience. And as you evolve and transcend, you know that when an experience is done and the karmic lessons have been learned, you let go, you detach, you understand the lesson has been learned, and then you go on to your new experience and your next adventure. So we are sitting at these quantum timelines, quantum frequencies, quantum experiences that are coming in for you as a multidimensional being, that you can have everything you desire through this next chapter. You are to look at your resistance at this time, because you will feel a huge amount of resistance at these doorways. Your fears will come up, the old insecurities, the abandonment wounds, you know, all the feeling sorry for ourselves and the emotions, the self-sabotage. It will all come up at this time for us to look at, so that we can move through the new frequencies with ease and grace. We have to go there. We have to go into it to move through it, really. So Spirit is saying, you know, look at where you need to liberate yourselves, to help you move into higher frequencies of love and light and more alignment with your soul truth, really. I often talk about this. We're moving to vibrations of transparency, of truth, of inner alignment, of expression. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what card came out. And so it's like giving yourself permission to go in a new direction. Giving yourself permission to go in a new direction. Are you ready for this? Look at that. Time to go. There you go. It's time to go. It's time to go into a new direction. It's time to go into deeper alignment with who you are, where your soul wants to take you, you know, where you're meant to be, your destiny, and the souls that are meant to meet you in your next chapter. And it can mean leaving situations that are not supporting you, that are not aligned with you anymore, that are just not honoring of your truth and your soul. So it's giving yourself permission to go. Time to go. Chaos and conflict. This is a time to look at yourself, because your identity is dissolving. You're something else underneath. Your soul suit is different to your outer suit. So this identity, the mask, is coming off, and this new level of you and your truth is coming in and out. And you can't hide it. You can't cover up anymore, because it's dissolving. Is coming out to be seen. So, you know, you are leaving chaotic and conflicting emotions, but also situations, to go into more peace and more alignment with your truth. So look at that. Look at your outer identity. What is dissolving? Where do you need to honor the soul within that is now coming online in a deeper way and wants to be recognized, seen, accepted by you first, before it can be seen and respected by others. This is funny. Truth be told. Truth be told. Yes. You know, I saw this card the other day and I never realized that there's a mask there. Look at that. There's a mask there. So that's about your truth, and your mask is coming off. The truth be told. There's the owl. See truth for what it is. And number 5 means change, but see the truth. Look at it. All the expression of your truth is coming out. The mask has dropped. It's coming off. Be truthful with yourself. Be truthful with others. Remove your mask. What do you need to say? And this is about self-acceptance and accepting your truth, and honoring your truth, and seeing beneath your human mask to allow your soul self to be revealed. Really allow your soul self to be revealed through this time. This is a time to go out to sea. You know, you think you're going to go into a space where you don't know where you're going, and we are going into the unknown spaces where we're learning to trust our instincts, to trust ourselves, to trust our heart, to trust our feelings, to trust our truth. And yeah, you have to be alone sometimes for a while you reclaim all those parts of you that you gave away to everyone else, and where you put everyone else before your own needs. And maybe you never even had any needs growing up, and you never even expressed your needs. So when you start to express your needs, people around you start to think, what's wrong with you? You know, what's wrong with you? Why do you have all these needs all of a sudden? You never used to ask for this, and why are you asking for this now? That can come up because it triggers the insecurities, but you're creating healthy boundaries, and you're also honoring your needs. So to the sea, you might feel you're on your own going on this journey, and people don't understand you, souls around you don't understand you, and you don't know where you're going, but you're being guided by spirit. You're being guided by spirit to go to your freedom, to your liberation, and you're heading in the right direction for where you're meant to be, your destiny. So trust yourself, and step into the unknown through this time. And we are doing a lot of mending, a lot of healing, healing our inner child wounds, reclaiming parts of us that we lost in the past, in past relationships. We are learning through our relationships our needs. We are learning through karmic relationships what we needed to learn as a soul. But once we've learnt the lessons, we let go and we move on to the next chapter of our life. We honor it, we thank it for its lessons, even if they were painful lessons, but you learnt from it, you gain the wisdom, you let go, you don't stay in the past, you don't keep sitting in the past and feeling the hurt of the past, but you heal those wounds, accept it for what it taught you, and then move on to your new chapter. Just because there's an ending in your life and it was a painful ending doesn't mean your story stops there. Every end leads to a new beginning, a new chapter, and as you let go of the past, you honor that there's something else wanting to be birthed through you. More life is wanting to come through you, and it was not the end. And you'll discover that as you walk through these eclipses, you'll discover that the ending was just the beginning of a whole new version of you, in deeper alignment with your soul self, that was wanting to be expressed, that could no longer be trapped, that could no longer be held back, but was literally bursting out of you to come online in a new way. So the ending is the beginning of a new chapter. We always have to let go of something to bring in something new. And at these eclipses and on the equinox, you are being asked to look at everything again throughout till Venus goes direct, which is early April 14th, I think, or something like that, where Venus goes direct. You're being given this window to pull back, contract, pull the elastic band back, and then you're going to realign and then go in the direction that you're meant to go. And when you go in the direction you're meant to go in April and Aries season, the energy is going to really quicken. It's going to get really fast, and you're just going to go. Once you've made your decision this month, you're going to move through things really quickly. So you might be feeling very tired at the moment. I know I've been sleeping a lot, and I was on the motorway the other day, and I literally was brought to a grinding halt. Like there was an accident on the motorway. And I had to put my engine off and sit there for 2 hours. So I've never experienced that before, but it was almost like Spirit was saying to me, take your foot off the gas, literally take your foot off the gas, rest, because you're recalibrating to a new frequency, and you have to allow that process to take place. As you recalibrate, you move into these higher vibrations, and you have to give that time, without trying to push the energy in any way, but just to float, receive these energetics, rest, let the body recalibrate to the new frequencies of light and the activations and upgrades that are taking place. And then you're going to come through in a whole new way, like through the eclipse gateway. You're going to step into a whole new version of yourself. So, Monday I was thinking, I've got to get back, I've got work to do, and I'd gone to my mum's, and honestly, I got held. It took me 4.5 to 5 hours to get home. And luckily, intuitively, I knew I had to get more fuel before I set off. I already had a half a tank, but I stopped and I thought, I'm going to get some fuel. Even though I have half a tank, I don't know why, but my gut is saying, get some more. I got water, I got some snacks, and then I set off. And I needed them because I was on the motorway for 2.5 hours, literally with the engine off. And Spirit was saying, foot off the gas, relax, rest, allow the recalibration, allow the energies to move into new vibrations, and take lots of rest at this time because so much is going on inside. Do the self-reflection so that we can recalibrate to more alignment with our soul self and our deepest desires that are wanting to come online. So have a look where you need balance in your health, rest, your businesses, your work life, balance, friendships, family. One thing that came up is like you want to move into your destiny and the work and your passion and your desires and your fulfillment, and you may be pulled back to your human duties and family and commitments and your human commitments at this time, and you're trying to find that balance between your commitments that you have and your freedom to be who you want to be and to do what you want to do. So that juggling act is coming up, and Spirit says just sit in that for a while. You are exactly where you need to be. That message was coming up on Monday. You are exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. You are exactly where you need to be. So can you accept exactly where you are at this moment in time? And if you can accept this moment and see where you are at, then you can start to make changes. So that's really important. That came up. My needs, and in relationships, my needs are not being met. Where are they not being met? Why are they not being met? How can you be more communicative about your needs and express to others about your needs so that you feel more aligned and at peace? Self-care, prioritize self-care at the moment. You know, you are going to have to prioritize self-care because we're going through such deep shifts and reconfiguration within us that we have to give ourselves time to sleep, like more hours to sleep while our body recalibrates. Taking some deep breaths, accepting where we are. I'm exactly where I need to be. Resistance is coming up in a big way at this time. Old fears, old emotions, unworthiness, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling stifled, feeling like you can't make the changes that you want to. And Spirit says this is false. So reprogram that and create structure and flow where your needs are also being met, as well as meeting the needs of others, and see what you need to drop from your day-to-day that is not serving your highest good and your soul's direction and where it wants to go. Clear out the clutter, release what needs to go, and allow the new to come in. Allow the new to come in. They asked me to pick another card from this deck. So let's have a look what it wants to give to us. This is the Animal Oracle deck. I'll link them in the description. Let's have a look. Act as if. Act as if. Yeah, act as if. And you know what they say, fake it till you make it. Act as if you already have it. You have to do this work in the quantum. You have to step into that vibration, take the steps even before you see it in the physical world, because everything happens in the quantum first. So act as if it's already done. Act as if it's already yours. Act as if your desires have already been met and that you have everything that you desire and your life looks the way you want it to look. You have to create this in the quantum, and then you'll see it play out in the physical. So act as if, Spirit is saying, act as if you already have it now. Time to heal. You know, we are doing that deep diving, healing our inner child wounds, healing our abandonment wounds, and where our needs were not met as a child. Maybe your parents were not available, not emotionally available for you, so you need more emotional available people. Maybe up to this point you realize that you have had emotionally unavailable people and they could not meet your needs. But now as you do your healing work, you want people who are more emotionally available, emotionally more responsive and mature to have unions with, connections with, and experiences with. And this one, believe in yourself. Yeah, this is about our worthiness and knowing that we deserve, that we can have everything we need, and it's about your beliefs. Our reality is created from our beliefs. Surrender into the knowingness that you can have your desires met. Can you believe in yourself to create this? To remember you are a creator, not a victim. You are the painter. You are the director of your journey. You are the writer of your screenplay. It's your canvas. It's your paintbrush. So if it's not aligning for you, you need to put it into your tapestry and into your screenplay and into the roles. You need to see it playing out. You need to see yourself having it before it even appears in the physical. And you need to believe in yourself, really, that you can have everything that you desire. This is really important, and it's coming up for this time. So time to do that deep, introspective work, which we are doing, but to continue doing it through the Eclipse portal and tomorrow and through the Equinox at this point of balance, to check in with yourself and do this introspection where, like, where do I need more balance? Where is it not in alignment? What is coming up for me at this time that I cannot ignore anymore? I cannot avoid. It keeps coming up for me because it wants to be transmuted, transformed, and liberated. And as we liberate these energies within us, we also liberate them in the collective, and we become an example of a new reality, a new trajectory of giving ourselves what we desire, so that others also know that they too can have what they desire, and they can experience the deepest levels of love, connection, communication, harmony, balance, peace, flow, happiness, joy, fulfillment, abundance. This is where we're moving into. So anywhere where there's lack, we have to look at and give ourselves permission to move into the new vibrations. Okay, so that's what was coming up for this month and this second half of March. A lot, like there's so much coming up, but this is where we're at right now. So to be in all of that and to connect with the energies that are coming up for you now, and the life lessons of what you need to just acclimate, alchemize, and set free. Yeah. So that's really my update for now. I will come back and we'll look at April energies. Time is just, wow, time is going fast. Just a quick one. We're coming together tomorrow for the Equinox with Thoth. So he's going to come in to give us activations, take us to Atlantis. The Atlantean family is coming back together to rebuild Atlantis. And so we are gathering, and we have a beautiful community event, and such heart-centered souls, honestly, incredible, magical souls, so gifted, coming together to rebuild those lifetimes of Atlantis and the new Atlantis and the new earth energies that are coming online now. There's just amazing souls on this planet with such deep compassion and love. Amazing. What I'm seeing now, honestly, is amazing. Amazing. And it makes me so happy to see what I'm seeing amongst my clients, in the community. It's just beautiful. So join us if you want to join us for that. I'm also teaching Angelic Reiki for anyone who wants to be a healer, level 1 and 2 on the solar eclipse weekend. So you can see the details below for that. And then wherever the journey wants to take us next, we're going to take our foot off the gas for a bit. But I'll still be on here doing the videos and giving you updates because we are moving into new vibrations. So I'm going to tune into that vibration and see what wants to now come through. It's like a whole new timeline, whole new level that is coming in for us to experience. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to the new creations, and I'll be back for April energies to share what I'm receiving from the energetics and from the cosmos. Okay, so wishing you all a very beautiful equinox. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you on the next video. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, how you're feeling, how you're experiencing the energies. I love to see your comments. And also, if you can, I always forget to say this, but if you can subscribe and share the videos just to help people out in the collective to receive the messages. And I am also on Instagram, mainly Instagram, on Facebook as well. I've kind of abandoned TikTok, but I'm on Telegram as well, so Telegram, so you can see me on there. I post regularly on Instagram. Okay, so I'll see you soon, everyone. Take care, and see you on the next video.